Alright, boys and girls, today's lesson is lesson 5-7, lattice multiplication. Probably one of my favorite things to teach. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to say I can add single-digit numbers. I hope you already can. I can solve basic multiplication facts. You pretty much can already do that. And then I can use lattice method to solve multiplication problems with 1- and 2-digit multipliers. So, let's get this out of the way. And I just want to quickly talk about multiplication, because we just learned some partial products. When you take a number like 17 times 3 and you take the number 17, you use expanded notation to make it 10 and 7, and then you multiply each, the 10 by 3 and then the 7 by 3, and it gives you 30, and you add it to the product you get for 7 times 3, add these two together, equals 5, it equals 51. This is partial products. Well, today we get to work on lattice. What I like about lattice the most is it's different. It's different, and it's actually something I have fun showing my friends who aren't teachers, because they are like, "What are you talking? What is this?" And I think this is one that all of you, when you learn it, can go home and teach it to your families, because I'm going to almost guarantee you they have no idea what it is. So it's actually pretty cool. So I'm going to start by grabbing a lattice grid. Now this is going to look really weird, but once you get the hang of lattice, you're going to be able to make these grids on your own, and you're going to enjoy doing lattice. So I'm going to zoom in here and show you first. This right here is a 2 by 1 digit lattice grid here, the first one. So I'm going to do 14 times 2. What you do is you put the single digit on top, because there's only one line up here, one box. If you go down, you have two lines. See the little break right there? You have one line here, one line there. So you put the single digit up there, 2, put the 1 here, the 4 there for 14. Now when you multiply, you're going to be multiplying down and over to where the product of these two digits will crash into the middle here. So 2 times 1 is 2. But what you do in this other box, in the top half, you'll put 0. You can only have one digit in each of the lines here. In each of these half squares, you can only have one digit in it. So as you can tell, we have, as you can tell here, we're only going to have one digit in here, because 2 times 1 is 2. So we'll just put a 0 in the empty spot and a 2 down low. If by chance you'd mistakenly put 2 here, then this would make a 0 there, and if you look at this number, that's 2 10s and 0 1s, because that's what it is. The top part are 10s, the bottom parts are 1s. So if you did 2 and 0, that would make your number 20. 2 times 1 is not 20. So let's erase that, make it a little bit neater for you and cleaner. So 2 times 14. 2 times 1 is 2, so 0 2. 2 times 4 is 8, so 0 8. Now this is where it gets fun, because we know from partial products that this is 10 and 4 times 2 times 2 equals 20 equals 8, 28. I like partial products. I use partial products more than I use lattice. Some of you might not like partial products and really love lattice. So what you do now here, now that the box is filled in, because we did 2 times 14, what we do is we start adding at an angle. Okay, we add at an angle. So this 8 has nothing else here and nothing else over here. Let me change the color of the ink. Nothing here and nothing there, because we're adding at an angle. Notice like that? We're adding down at an angle. So this 8's all by itself, so you can put the 8 here. Let me change the color of that. Put the 8 there. Now once again, we're going to add an angle. We have 2 plus 0, which equals 2, so you put it in between the dotted lines here. So we have a 2 here, and then our only other digits up top, we have a 0, we can bring it down. So that 0 doesn't really mean anything. So our number 0 to 8, who cares about that 0, and our answer is 28. Okay, I'm going to show you one more over here. Alright, I'm going to do 7 times 32. We're going to put the 7 on top, because there's only going to have one number up here. On the side we can have 2 digits. So 30 and 2. Remember, the top are the 10s and the bottom are the 1s. Okay, I'm not going to leave those up there because I don't want you to think that that's part of the number. But so we take 7 times 3, which is 21. So put 2, because it's 2 10s, and the 1 1 in the 1 spot. Now 7 times 2 is 14. Put the 1 10, 4 1s. This is where you kind of turn your head to the side, which when you turn your head to the side, it's almost like doing this. So when you're adding down, but you turn your head to the side, so really we're adding at an angle, but now we're adding kind of like this. This is something you'll get the hang of eventually. So 4 plus nothing over here and nothing down there is 4. So this would be 4. Then you have 1 plus 1, which equals 2, and this 2 is all by itself. He falls there. That gives you 224. So 224. I'm going to solve it also using partial products to show you that this answer is correct. 30 and 2, multiply each of them by 7, because this is telling you 3 10s is 30, 2 1s is 2, that's your 32. So 30 times 7 is 210, 2 times 7 is 14, add it together, 224, which is the exact same. So I'm going to give you one on your own right now that I want you to work on, and then I'll share it with you in a second. So let's do 8 times 23. I'm not even going to set it up for you on the grid. I want you to set it up on your own. So I want you to pause this and try to do it on your own. Okay. Hopefully you put the 8 on top, 23 on the side, 2. Remember, these only can have 1 digit by each one. You can't do 23 there. That doesn't make any sense, because if you do, you're going to have a number bigger than a 10 in the tens place over here, and we're going to have it just won't work. So I'm going to get rid of that 3 because you're going to put 3 below it. We're going to take 8 times 2, which equals 16, and 8 times 3, which equals 24. Now remember, we're going to start adding at an angle. This 4 is all by itself here, so the 4 goes there. This 2, if you look at the lines around it, adds to the 6, which equals 8, and this 1 is all by itself, which gives you 1, equals 184. Hopefully that's the answer you got. Next thing I want to do to show you one example of 2. Well, first I want to take a look at the goals for today, because it says that your goal is that you'll be able to solve a 1-digit by 2-digit multiplier, and that is what we just did 3 times there. So I'm going to show you just an example of what once you get to a 2 by 2, because as you can tell, this grid's a little bit bigger, where you can actually put 2 numbers up top and 2 numbers on the side. So let's do 100, or 10 times 10. You all know 10 times 10 is 100. So let's just do it on lattice multiplication. 10, 10. Alright. 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. Whole lot of zeros and ones in there, but our ending number should be, or our product should be 100. This 0 is all by itself in this box. 0. This 0 adds to this 0 adds to this 0, because they're all together in these 3 half squares to give you 0. Right here we're going to add all that's in here, which is 0 plus 1 plus 0, which is 1. This 0 comes down because he's all by himself to be 0. So number 0, 1, 0, 0. Who cares about that? 100. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more with, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you a problem, and I want you to work on it on your own here. Let's do 23 times 41. Okay, so I want you to pause it, and I want you to try it on a 2 by 2 on this lattice grid, and hopefully we can get the right answer. Go ahead and pause it. Alright, so hopefully you put 23 here, or you could do 41 up there. It doesn't really matter how you do it because there's 2 digits in each, and this is a perfect square, so it's a 2 by 2. So let me kind of erase this and get out of your way here. So now we just have to multiply, and by doing each single digit, we're really only be working with our basic multiplication facts. So 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. Make sure you put the 0 here because that's 0 tens and 3 ones. 2 times 4 is 8. Put the 0 there and 8 down there. And the last one is 2 times 1 is 2. I know it's sloppy, but I want to show you where I'm going with this because each number up top is going to go down and run into the number on the side. So it's almost like a little crash. They crash right in the inside the square. So then you need to add it now. Remember, you're adding sideways. So we have this 3 all by itself in this half square, so it would be a 3. Here we have a few numbers. We have 2 plus 0 plus 2, so that equals 4. Here we also have 3 digits. We have 0 plus 8 plus 1, which is 9. And last one's 0 all by itself, so that gives you 943. So that's the answer you should have gotten. So hopefully you've grasped the knowledge of lattice multiplication. It's a lot of fun. We will be working with it further.